Medical errors can be deadly, but with billions of prescriptions filled in the U.S. every year, mistakes do happen. Tonight in segment 2, 2 News reporter Marla Carter investigates the problem and what action the state of Oklahoma is taking.
Medicine. That's just what Martha Cope thought her daughter Kaylee needed.
She was complaining about a sore throat, and her younger sister had strep throat. So I took her to the doctor, and they give her a prescription for an antibiotic.
Cough syrup that Martha noticed ran out quickly for her 8-year-old daughter.
I was like, Mom, look at this. It's gone. And she started reading the directions. It was labeled, give Kaylee 1 1/4 teaspoon by mouth 3 times daily. It should have been, give 1 1/4 teaspoon by mouth once daily for 3 days.
She immediately called the pharmacist.
His exact words were, oh crap, we labeled it wrong. And I started freaking. Oh my God, you labeled it wrong.
On average, Oklahoma pharmacists fill more than 100,000 prescriptions a day. The wrong prescription is called a misfill, and the state pharmacy board says they happen for several reasons.
Handwriting errors, transcription errors, a substitution error based upon a prescription, again with a name that's very close. Called-in prescriptions you can misunderstand on the phone.
Another concern is when prescriptions sound similar, like this one's called metaxalone, this one's called metolazone. Very similar names, but 2 very different drugs. This one is a water pill. This one is a muscle relaxer.
One way to prevent that from happening?
You will try to isolate those products. You'll put something between them. You'll put a sign up in front of it that says, please check.
And there are other measures pharmacies take to prevent misfills, like changing the font or lettering for certain medications. And when it comes to giving the wrong dose, like in Kaylee's case, there's a plan to prevent it.
Many of the recommendations that have come out is for physicians and pharmacists to put the dose only in milliliters and to dose things in milligrams per kilogram.
But the board says if the medicine is something you're not used to taking, double check.
Know what the reason the medication is being prescribed for. For example, if the physician were to write for pain or for infection or for cough, that is a very good way for pharmacists and patients to understand and know exactly what the medication is for.
Plus, Faust says always ask the pharmacist if you have any questions. Still, even with those safety measures in place, med mix-ups like Kaylee's still happen. When they do, you can file a complaint with the State Board of Pharmacy, which then investigates and takes action when needed.
Everything from revocation of a license down to requiring additional continuing education.
Good girl.
As for Kaylee, she's now back in the game, but was ill for almost 2 weeks after taking the cough syrup. And while she's healthy now, her family is still coping.
She's still kind of leery on taking even Tylenol, and it's very upsetting.
Marla Carter, 2 News works for you.
From January to late May of this year, Faust says the State Pharmacy Board received 6 complaints regarding misfills. He does admit it's likely that not all of them are reported.